Hey guys, my name is Mike Hartman. Thank you very much for finding my video. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my experience with girls club volleyball and how I was able to survive my experience. What you're looking at is the cover shot of my YouTube channel called Newbie Marketing. And just to kind of show you, here's a picture of my daughter goofing around, and here's a picture of my son and my daughter and I, on an airplane going to Florida. And there's a picture of my son. He's on the high school golf team. And like, I'm sure a lot of you, you have kids in sports. My daughter joined club volleyball, early on, as she was going through school. I live in Iowa, and I mean, my first year in club volleyball, all of our tournaments were in Chicago, which was about anywhere from a 2 to 3 hour drive, depending on where we played. And I mean, we would go for the weekend, and we were in the Chicago League, and the facilities were all over Chicago. I mean, one weekend we'd be in downtown Chicago, the next weekend we'd be almost in Wisconsin playing, in one of the facilities. The week after that we'd be in one of the southern suburbs, and it was just crazy. I mean, we'd be taking off on a Thursday and coming back on Sunday, spending nights in hotels and travel and food expenses and on and on and on. And that was my first year doing that. I was just thinking, oh my God, how am I gonna pay for this? Let alone just the time involved. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a great time. I mean, it was a ton of fun traveling with my daughter and staying in the hotels and everything. But thank God I was able to find a home business that helped me out, an internet business that I could do in the evenings that really helped pay for everything. So I just wanted to tell you about it, and let me kind of switch screens a little bit. The company that I got involved with is called DS Domination, and what we do is we teach people how to sell products on eBay and profit from it. And basically, what we do is we use other people's money to purchase products that we have drop shipped. We don't even touch the products. Other people pay for it, other people ship it, and we collect the money. And the thing that I really enjoyed about it, I had been involved with some other businesses before where I'm not going to say names, but I had to have home parties, and I had to keep a contact list together, and I was constantly bugging my family and friends to the point where when I saw somebody, they would, or when they saw me, they'd be running in the different direction because they didn't want to talk to me. I had to inventory a bunch of junk. It got to a point where I'd open up my garage, and it was like a warehouse full of soaps and laundry detergents and candles and all kind of junk that I had to buy, vitamins I mean, it was just crazy nuts, and I just didn't like any of that stuff. And the problem was is that you had to do just all the stuff that nobody wants to do. And at the end of the day, the only thing that happened was my bank account started hurting. Then I went to another online business, and they taught you how to recruit and do all this blogging and buy pay per click ads and all that stuff. And that just really wasn't for me either. So I mean, there was a lot of people that were making good money with that, but not me. So anyway, the nice thing about our company is you don't have to do any of that. As this video ad shows, you don't have to blog, you don't have to be an expert on YouTube, buy pay per click ads. You don't have to do any of that stuff. All we teach you is how to make money on eBay. And it was awesome for me because I already work a full-time day job, and I had a busy schedule running my kids all over the place, and I could come home in the evening and post some things for sale, and next thing my phone is blowing up with the cha-ching sound, and I'm making money, $5, $10, $200, $300. I mean, it was per item. I mean, it was just crazy nuts. So I'm just promoting my business. If you're in a situation like I was, where you've got one or two or more kids and they're running around with club volleyball or girls softball or God, banned or whatever it is, and and you're, as a parent, you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I'm going to go broke. How in the world am I going to do this? Then you might check out our information. There's a link below. Just click it, and sign up and get our free information. With me, let me switch back to my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. When you join with me, I have all kind of training materials. I have a starter's guide that, besides the company website, that has, oh God, hours upon hours upon hours of training videos. I have a starter's guide. You're going to be able to talk to me on the phone. I love helping people out, and I'm just passing along this information. So if you are in a similar situation like I was when my daughter was playing club volleyball, and I was running around the countryside going from one hotel to the other watching her play in tournaments, and you're going broke in the process and you need to do something about it, please click the link below, somewhere in here somewhere, um, and get our free information, and you might just find it's a good fit for you too. Thanks.